Hi Aquarius Risings, welcome to your reading. Let's find out what your soul is deciding to journey upon this lifetime. Why did you choose to be an Aquarius Rising? Okay, so the first card here we have, when I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. And this imagery always reminds me of the higher mind, because these two flowers touching each other looks like a brain, and we have these purple colors here, and we have alignment with love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted, etc. So your life journey, this incarnation, is all about activating your higher mind, connecting with collective consciousness, and being a conduit or a channel for the higher mind or your higher self. That's new. I've never gotten that. Because these stems are really sticking out. And like I said, it's kind of these thoughts are coming towards you in a download. And you're able to channel them. You can channel them. That is, when you align yourself to this higher force, you bring in what is already there in another realm. And you make it a reality here, which then eliminates the need to overthink things, to analyze, overanalyze, and therefore any type of overthinking, overstressing, these type of things are then eliminated, and therefore peace is then restored and you're happy. Okay. So I suppose it is to learn how to, use this capacity that you're naturally gifted with. But we'll see the rest of the cards, see what all this is about. Okay, we have the Parrot. Let go of others' thoughts and opinions. It is time to embrace who you really are. That's nice. That's quite self-explanatory, actually. Letting go. Yeah, because... Okay, I see the perspective now. We are always very influenced by our external reality, what other people say, what society is like, what we should be doing, what we are supposed to be being, and things like that, right? And even if it is all in good interest and they all have our best interest in their heart or whatever the reasoning may be, ultimately you have your own path. And that's for a reason. Yes, of course, other people can act as a guide, as a standpoint on which you can feel secure or supported and things like that. But they are not meant to be determining the course of your life. So if there is anyone who is a little bit overbearing, it's gotta deal with it. I don't know how you would do that, but we'll see the rest of the cards if there are any tips. But that's definitely something to deal with. And in other cases, this is simply just the vibe, the location you grew up in, or the society that surrounds you is like always present in giving their opinions and their thoughts for no reason, even if you don't ask for it. And over time, it just, whoever it is, okay, regardless of how stubborn you may be or how strong you may be or whatever, ultimately when it's just ever present and you grow up in such an environment, it is difficult to simply ignore and say that no, I'm right and all these millions of people are incorrect, right? But here it is kind of asking you to embrace the power that you have, because not everyone will understand what this power is or what this energy is. Okay, not everyone is going to be privy to this information. That's why it is also very likely that yes, the millions are incorrect about your true authenticity or what you should be doing or about the things that you want. It might be unconventional, okay, the things you want. Aquarius, okay, right? I mean, you can easily have a lot of unconventional ideas. That doesn't mean they are radical in themselves, but rather they don't fit in the current system, right? But that's okay. That's complete, and that exists for a reason. Because it is okay, it exists. Yeah, so it doesn't matter how many people agree with your plans or your thoughts or your ideas. It doesn't matter. You need to embrace who you really are, because that's the way that you can channel the higher mind. And once you start doing that, actually, when you're in alignment and you're feeling good, your interactions become better. And I'm not just saying that because I read it somewhere or I heard it somewhere. No, it actually does change. Your interactions change as your relationship with yourself and your own divinity changes and transforms. Okay, this is not a fluff piece information. I know of it. Okay, so we have the 11th house, which is your natural home. The house for, again, the collective, global community, friends, social circles, just even your hopes and wishes and dreams, things like that. You have Sagittarius in that house, since you're Aquarius risings, we'll talk about that. We have Lilith as well, raw, primal, subconscious, and repressions. Yeah, some of you might be like suppressing yourself in your expression or being how you really are, because it doesn't match up according to, well, other people. And yes, the collective is important to you. Yes, just the whole mass of people, what they need and things like that definitely do play a role, not just to you, with everyone. But since you have a bigger perspective as compared to the other zodiacs about just the humanity of things, these things can affect you a lot more than they do for other people. They can cause very deep shifts within you, which can make it a little bit difficult in expressing your heart or aligning your heart with your mind, with your higher mind. Right? So there could be some internal conflicts that need to be fixed, which is in the area of friends, just the global community, humanity, collective consciousness, things like that. Depends where you are interested, obviously. So with Sagittarius in the 11th house, you're supposed to be, joining groups, fighting for a progressive humanity type of society, things like that. But it won't be as fulfilling for you if you cannot align your head with your heart. You being an unconventional sign, it is important to find a unique way to combine your heart with the higher mind, because Leo is in your 7th house, or the descendant, that cusp, and that is something that you have been in the past, fighting more about individuality, knowing yourself and understanding yourself. Warm and cozy and nice, that's all a very Leo type of quality, very like heart-centered, very generous and giving and things like that. So you would want that type of connection, but at the same time, it's not exactly fulfilling if you go back to being a Leo, right? Because yes, you're not supposed to go back to exactly that. You're supposed to take it forward, orient the heart with the mind, bring in this higher knowledge or the wisdom, the insights, depending how into meditation you are or not at all, or in what sense, even technology, just mental activity, that your thought processes are what is the treasure this lifetime, and you need to channel it in a way that hits people in their hearts. Okay, it's something that appeals to them. I don't know if this is a bit of a challenge for you. Many people are watching this, so there's a general reading, but I hope you get the gist. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's just see the other cards. I hope I can give you more information. Okay, we have the Knight of Pentacles. I'll actually keep it down here. Oh wow, we have the Empress, the Hierophant. Beautiful. Queen of Swords, of course, yes. Air sign. The Star. And the Judgment. Oh goodness, you have 4 major arcana. This is like, I mean, that's crazy. Okay, so creative expression of higher wisdom does not mean you have to be a cozy bunny to everyone. Okay, you don't have to be that. But you are definitely being asked to bring in that insight, your insight, your knowledge, your wisdom, your experience, your foresight, your understanding, the cause that moves you and why it moves you, and just start working towards it. And for those of you who don't know what this is about, it's really time to start meditating, because it's as if this information is trying to flood into your life. Okay, the Judgment is releasing the soul, coming back home to the one true soul, the very eternal self that sits in our hearts, and allowing it to be free to be expressing itself, free to be living its highest version, learning its lessons and delivering what it needs to deliver to increase the awareness of humanity. The star is again being connected to the skies, the heavens, your spiritual essence, being connected and knowing that you are being heard, and there is a whole bunch of people up there who are just ready to help you out anytime you ask. And we have the Hierophant, which is again connected to a higher spiritual learning. This can also be like literally urging you to teach, get these type of guidance. It can also be higher education, but this is something that you really, really want, and it touches you in a very different way. You don't have to be, like I said, warm and fuzzy and amazingly, Teddy type of thing. You don't have to be like that, but just be true to yourself. This is so about be authentic, be your true self. Connect with your true self, identify your true self, and express that true self. Aligning yourself with, there's just so much of looking up. There's higher light, higher light, higher light. And even the Queen of Swords, she's like air sign, I already told you. So it's a lot about mental activity, intelligence, communication, things like that. And now, well, a lot of astrologers agree this is the age of Aquarius. Not everyone agrees though, so I'm not going to say this or that. But if you do believe in the age of Aquarius, and this is your age, and there is immense activity happening in the house of Aquarius for everyone, right? Wherever this falls. For you, it is the first house itself with the stellium happening. It's like it's trying to flood into your life with so much personal insight, and I will not be surprised with if people have like these random awakenings of you guys. Okay, I'm not saying you'll be a purely spiritual enlightened being who lives in the forest. I'm not gonna take it that far, but it definitely is going to open a gate where you can connect with yourself a lot more. And by connecting with yourself a lot more, you then connect with the collective data that we all have, right? You understand and feel what might happen. Again, depends on the connection you already have with spirit, but it's such a strong urge to start doing that, to start working towards it, because there is a certain goal that you want to work towards, that you should be working towards in terms of a very divine mission. Okay, I'm not saying you have a job to do, but for example, you need to establish a certain system for humanity, starting a new group, or figuring out a unique way to just safeguard people or something. Okay, whatever you're being called to do. It can be something creative as well, and it also can be a combination of the heart and the mind, like I've been repeating multiple times, right? So this is again a calling to start working on the inspiration or the guidance you have been getting or are getting or will be getting. Okay, again, everyone's in a different step in the journey, so take it how it resonates. Start working on it. The Queen of Swords is going to give you that foresight. Look ahead, look forward. How can I strategize to best reach my goals? How can I make sure, fail safe? How can I have different contingency plans in order to make my plans a reality? And Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady. There is no rush. In divine work, there is no rush, okay? Because we're not actually dying. So, I mean, what are we late for, right? We have to ultimately go to the same source, and yeah, that's it, right? So yeah, slow and steady wins the race. Take it one step at a time. Just make sure every step you take is also on a very strong-footed stand so that the foundation is strong. Yeah. Thinking big is good, but unless acted upon, it cannot be made a reality. Also, what is in store for you is plenty of abundance, a massive spiritual family. I don't know why I'm getting that, but just the whole connection of things just making me feel like that. And the more you move towards it, the more you align yourself, the more you realize how precious you are, actually. How needed you are. And aligning, I say aligning as if it's easy. It's not, okay? It's not. We do have these suppressed emotions or the repressed memories, some subconscious mind to be, to be explored. But yeah, that's something to be done. But I mean, it's about the whole life. So like I said, there's no rush. But there is need for active participation and fulfilling all of this purpose that your soul has set out to do. In what way you will execute it is, again, very personal. So, yeah. See what resonates for you. Okay, we have Dagas. Day, happiness, time, and success. We have Thurisas, which is thorn, pain, focus, hardship, and introspection. Yeah, this usually comes when I also get the Knight of Pentacles. It's interesting because you have to put in your sweat, your effort, your time, your energy. You have to invest yourself in that cause, in that final goal, or that hope and aim that you have for this lifetime, for what your soul requires, what the higher guidance requires. Right, so there needs to be this ultimate focus. There's a lot of disciplined approach as well with the Knight of Pentacles. But that is what leads in time, in due time, towards your success, your happiness, your abundance, your just bliss. Your connection to yourself with spirit and ultimate freedom. The ultimate freedom. We have an overactive sacral chakra, irresponsible, tense, too sensitive, mood swings, boundary issues, and addictions. Water, dance, and parents would be your solutions. Water, try to stay in your water as best as you can, or include some watery elements in your home space if you can. What else? Drink adequate water, of course. Dance and movement, yoga, running, jogging, Pilates, whatever suits you. Try to include some of that as well. That will help balance your sacral. What else? If this let go of others' thoughts and opinions is something about childhood, the divine feminine, or the mother figure in your home, whichever it is, parents, it's time to take a look at your relationship and see what exactly is the trouble and what can be done about it. Because even if we think that, yeah, what was in the childhood is over and, things happen, move on, you can't really move on unless you face it again and deal with it, right? So if you do have issues regarding your parents or one parent, just try to see what that's all about. Why did that affect you so much? And now that you have grown past it, you can of course go back in time, in your mind at least, to console your inner child, and that really helps. Also seeing from both perspectives, understanding why something happened the way it happened from the parent's perspective really helps the forgiving aspect. I'm not going to say it's easy, nothing ever is, but it is definitely worth it. Every effort here is absolutely 100% worth it. Yeah, and that could lead to boundary issues as well. The childhood issues, which, like I said, seemingly small, can cause quite a lot of trouble as we grow up. For example, if a parent leaves you at home without telling you, there is that abandonment issue, and that kind of continues, right? Similarly, if parents were not respecting your boundaries or not appreciating that you need to have any boundaries, then you can grow up to have boundary issues with innumerable things, right? In terms of encroaching the space as well as putting up too many walls. Yeah? So these are some symptoms. Not everything will resonate for everyone. Take what does. I just gave you some examples. But yeah, working on your sacral can help. What's interesting is the readings that I have done today, all of them have gotten like the lower chakras. Yeah, not even the root actually, the sacral and solar plexus mainly. Okay, I will get you some guidance for right now. Until then, I'll see if anything else comes. Some guidance for Aquarius risings, please. Some guidance for Aquarius risings. Pay attention to your dream time. Messages of guidance are drifting in. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, actually. Let's see if there's any more guidance. Any more guidance for Aquarius risings, please? Okay. Step forward now and sing your song. There is power in finding your voice. Oh my goodness, this is so empowering, so beautiful, so magical. I absolutely love it. So what I was saying with the Dreamtime thing is when I first saw this, initial portion of the reading itself, I was telling you, right, I hope I can give you more information, because it just kept feeling very personal. Like I'm not allowed to see so much or know too much. I can't give you very personal details here because, yeah, it's meant only for you. So no wonder that we got this, because the guidance is coming straight to you rather than via anyone else. So do pay attention. If you're someone who can't remember dreams, just tell yourself very resolutely before you go to sleep that today I will remember my dreams. I'm going to remember my dreams. I will remember my dreams. Just repeat it a few times. And maybe keep a notebook next to you. And the moment you wake up, write down every little thing that you can possibly remember, even if it doesn't make sense. Because that practice is going to help you remember your dreams a lot more. And even if sometimes it'll be gibberish, it does happen, right? That's the majority time of dream time. But keeping a check on it helps communication, helps you identify when it was not just gibberish, right? So I hope this helped. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope you take care. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I will see you again next time. Bye.